to the steeple of beautiful people where there's only one kind. So hush not, child, and don't cry. Your folks might understand you by and by. Move on up and keep on wishing. Remember your dream is your only scheme, so keep on pushing. Take nothing less than the supreme best. Do not obey rumors people say, but you can pass the test. Just move on up to a greater day. With just a little faith, if you put your mind to it, you can surely do it.
nigga try to give me 5 mile water. I lay his ass down on my son, on my daughter. I had the Draco with me, Dwayne Carter. A lot of niggas out here playing, ain't ballin'. I done put my whole arm in the rim, Vince Carter. And I know Poppy get a key for the quarter. Shotty barely seen the
in SSA. And I mean, man, we do have some stuff coming up for us. It is, again, today, the one and only Saturday. It's going to be best of 5 games that you'll be seeing from us all throughout the day in a double elim format. We've already had a little bye on round 1, so we'll be facing off in the second round against a team called Fritty.
I will say that personally, I do not know who these players are. It's going to be ZT, Energik, and Azerti. For some reason, Azerti seems somewhat familiar to me, but I just feel like Erti is a common ending to a lot of these gamer tags, so I could be chatting absolute waffle, but you know, that's why they bring me onto the stream here, to chat absolute rubbish. Either way, there are a lot of, I would say, strong teams in our area of the bracket here in uppers. Of course, Pony no Jitsu probably being the favourite team heading into the winners' quarter-final. That's likely a team to look out for. They've been, you know, consistent high flyers. Of course, it's got Teshao, Venom, and Eagle on that side. Teshao being a big up-and-coming talent. Can he convert his 1v1s to 3v3s? I feel like we're still kind of finding that answer here, Poggy, as these opens go on.
Yeah, definitely. And I talked to Voodoo as well, the one and only owner of Unity Esports, and the thing about today is if we are gonna have a little look at how the projection of Star.gg will go, look at that production value as well, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my days. We are not even projected to go through the winners quarterfinals, but if we go down, we are going to lose to B2B according to Start.gg. But
Disgraceful.
I mean, it is a bit disgraceful. And I'm not going to lie. I don't think that is going to happen at all. If we're looking at the other pools as well, Pegasus, are there any teams that jump out to you? For example, for me, that's obviously Ox Gaming, as Unity and Ox are building a team together on the RSC competition. But what other teams are out there that could, if we make it through to tomorrow, that could stir up some dust and into our food?
I mean, of course, there are big rivals in the space for likes of Bird, always still around. I haven't seen White Rabbit Gaming yet, maybe because they're in the final pool that I'm yet to look at, but they always seem to be around. Of course, Omen Esports, going to be another one of those organizations that's pretty big in the grassroots scene. I would guess that DevCloud still have a team. I know that they competed pretty highly in the second Open. I'd be quite sad to hear if they haven't returned this time. But I feel like the big story, of course, has to be, teams like Hybo, teams, your other teams like Cosmico as well, who have recently made a roster change. All these SSA teams that are looking to not just get themselves into the top 16, but really create a shake-up at the top, which unfortunately has been very EU dominated. I mean, Maestro's just won their second Open in a row, and I'm sorry to say, Poggy, even if they do go on to not win this third Open, which I would say there's a pretty decent chance they do go on to win anyway, they're probably still going to qualify for that SSA spot in the Birmingham Major. It's going to be a pretty dark time here for the beginning of RLCS 2025. Also, only being a 2-split season, that doesn't leave much time for these SSA organizations to try and make a comeback and fight for a world's position, of course, even though the second split has more points per Open. But it's going to be teams like that. But I feel like in Open 3, we're going to have to see a little bit more if we really want to trust them to make that shake-up in that second split.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, we've been talking about the other pools already, and I think let's just try and make a small prediction of if we can agree with the teams that are actually projected to go through, ladies and gents. So here we can... Oh, hello.
There we are.
Bang, here we go. So if we're looking at this roster right here, that's the losers bracket. Here we go. We've got Hybo going through and 7-7 blocks. Do you think Omen won't be able to own up to Omen to 7-7 blocks?
Through uppers, I do not think this is going to be their Open yet. I think they're a team that definitely could potentially build themselves up to be in that kind of competition. But the likes of 77 blocks have, they've been around for a while here. They know the furniture, let's just say. And I feel like they will have Omen in that fight, albeit I think it does have potential to be that close game. I think it can cause a shock, but I think it will be a shock if it was that Omen esports side taking victory.
Fair enough. Let's move on to Pool 2 and look at the bracket over here, where we've got Celestial Vanguard and Bulletproof going through. And, I mean, this is going to be an upset because I've seen Ox do way better before. But Ox out in round 2.
Yeah, I don't know what has happened with Ox's seeding, but it is really, really bad. It's within the 50s, which for a region that doesn't have the most signups, that's pretty high. And I really couldn't tell you why, because I feel like every single Open so far, they've caused some kind of issues to teams that they quote unquote should not have. And in my opinion, if they're going to keep on doing these upsets, how long until we stop calling it that? I mean, I think this third open, I'm hoping they can end off this split with a bang so they can really prove their names to, the rest of the region and, anyone else looking in as well. I know that SSA is starting to get a few more eyes on it, mostly because of these international imports, of course, but of course as well to the amazing efforts of people like Greybeard to bring those eyes towards here. And, sadly, the bit of drama that exists here as well. I mean, that always brings eyes. They say any publicity is good publicity, but, you can have your own opinion on that.
Exactly. And then last but not least, I mean, we've already gone over our pool, which is pool 4, but this is pool 3. Do we see some actually funny names, or is this probably also just going to be a pool that we think, the projection is going to be right this time?
I'm going to double check who's on property in Egypt, which is a very funny name in itself. Nukes, Energizer, Jonas, and Hunter. Okay, fair enough. I can see why that team is expected to do very well still. Astronic not qualifying through uppers, I feel like is quite surprising. The seeding would put them there. I think in a way they have been somewhat bracketed. I feel like there are other spots you could put them in and they would probably qualify and they would probably be a team that would be deserving of a good seeding to insta qualify. But, they've had little signs of inconsistency. So maybe that is the reason. But, I mean, there's been so many questions about the formats throughout this entire season so far in every single region, especially the Swiss stage. But I would definitely say there are some issues in the double Elam as well.
Yeah, definitely. Let's go on to today. We've got a very exciting match coming up. It is going to be Unity against Fritty. Fritty, to me, also quite unknown. But also a little change up in the Unity roster, as we'll be seeing their former coach, but now current roster player, Lackstar, on the field. I mean, Olympic unfortunately let go. I do have to say I really liked how he played. I think he played decently well. So it is obviously unfortunate to see him go. But then again, Lackstar on the field, Pegasus. What is this?
I mean, we've seen him in the play camps. Absolute mentality monster. Every single time a team is behind or they look like, they're lacking a bit of their starmanship, you could say. He's always the person who's standing there. You can see him waving his arms about back when they were all together in the same room. Of course, I love that image of Borky in the bottom left. I mean, I just have to mention it as well. So I'm very excited to see how he performs on the pitch. He is showing off his tattoo as well there in the camera. I've heard that this is his first tattoo ever. I don't think you're supposed to be poking and prodding at it soon after you've just got it.
Don't think so, mate.
Let's hope that does not factor his play today. I do just want to point out as well, Yoshi, he's all smiles, all surprises. So nice to have him around here in Unity. But I do just have to throw out the question. So the substitutes on the team, we've had a main team player leave and the coach has decided to step in first. I'm not really sure how that has worked out. But like I said, still all smiles. Still such a big asset to the team and always in those VCs as well, keeping everyone going. I guess he can steal that coach position today and just keep the vibes up no matter what.
I mean, it does bring an extra organizational factor into the team, right? I mean, I haven't played with many coaches, but I always have... Oh, I'm just looking up a second screen. Yoshi put off his shirt. He's not on stream anymore, so he's pulled it off. Oh my days, absolute unit of a guy. But getting back to Lackstar, playing with an actual coach on the field. Oh, you guys can't see this. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'll make sure to have the next one ready. But having a coach on the field as well is actually probably one of the most stimulating effects you can have with this positive side effect, but also with the analytical play. What he mostly does, actually coaching during a match, is analysing. And if he manages to do that whilst he's playing and actually notice how big the differences is between their team and our team, then we could be in for a very, very good run.
Yeah, absolutely. And Yoshi's going to have that different job now as that fourth man, as that coach. He's just going to keep everyone motivated. He's got to keep everyone up. He's always a very vibrant character, as we can see on our other monitors as well. Like, unfortunately, which we can't show at the moment. But, if he's able to keep the vibes up here in the booth and we're not even in a VC with him, you can only imagine the impact he's having on his actual teammates. And then, like you said, Laxstar as well, so analytical typically, and a fantastic coach in that regards. I have teamed with a coach before, and I found that some of them do struggle to actually use their coaching ability on themselves and their team when they're actually on the pitch. But there's something about Laxstar. He has something about him that I feel like he's going to be fine regardless. And I think he is going to be that leader on the pitch that Unity Esports need, especially after, I mean, let's be frank here, what wasn't a disappointing Open 2?
I have to agree with you on that one. It wasn't the best what we've seen in the last Open. So hopefully the boys are ready to make something up to us today. And maybe we're going to see our first Open main event as well, if we actually manage to get through tomorrow as well. But that is only fingers crossed. Let's just go back to the present as we are speculating the future, but we still need to get through some matches today as well. Match number 1, Unity Esports against Fritty. People at home as well. A pool has just started where you can lovely gamble some lovely channel points into this prediction. Is Unity Esports going to win, or is it going to be Fritty? Pigasus, what do you think? As we are almost going into the match. Should be not too long.
Let's not mess around. Unity Esports with a sweep in the winners round 2. I think it's going to be a rather confident opening. I know that Laxstar might have to find his feet there, being back in competition as a player instead of a coach. But, they've screamed together. I'm sure he's the type of coach that will fill in if a player is potentially late as well. I'm not sure how often that happens or if that does happen at all. I'm not part of the background, but, he just gives off those kind of vibes. I constantly see him on the game, and I'm excited to see him perform today. I think this is the perfect opening match for them to have, in that I don't think it'll be all that difficult.
I think the exact same. I mean, if we're looking at our best of 5, Fritty, not too noticeable, should not be that much of a challenge in the round 2 of today. I think we're just going to go home with a lovely 3-0 sweep, as I think the boys are ready as well. It's a different team comp. We're just gonna. I think we're literally just gonna enjoy today, try and make the best of it. And I mean, although Start.gg doesn't have the trust in Unity, I do think we are going to make it through today too. So I don't think we are going to sit here with too much suspense, especially in the first match that we are going to be playing.
Absolutely, and of course, if we do go on to win this series, when we play either Pony no Jutsu or SMS, I feel like most people are expecting Pony no Jutsu. That series will be for qualification into the, well, actually into a seeding match for the Swiss stage. Of course, you do have to play one more, and then the winner will be in the upper side, loser will be in the lower side. But that is a long journey ahead. I know that a player on SMS is called Skeleton Pig, so actually if they could win and we could win our series as well, I would love to cast against Skeleton Pig. I saw him play for the first time on the Greybeard stream last Open, and I was very, very impressed. Not that I was watching his gameplay, it was just more his name tag.
Oh, yeah. All right. The boys are almost all in the lobby. We are waiting for the last seconds to count down before we are going to have a lovely first game of this series. And Pigasus, I barely can't wait, bro. It's honestly going to be so good. As the boys are joining their respective teams, we are going to see some lovely gameplay. And The countdown is almost going to go down. And here we go, SirPigasus. The countdown is done. And the first match is ready to be played.
Defunk starts us off here. Big kickoff forward. Azerty will send an early shot at net. Crossbar sounds will be made after the next update of Rocket League. They escape it this time. Lackstar infield pass to try and find Defunk. Azerty keeps it out and well. Quick out the gates here. Both teams having their own opportunities, but ZT looking to get us started with an air dribble, which will not break past the former coach. Now main man in net, Lackstar.
We see a bit of whiffing in the back of Unity Esports, something that we haven't really seen too much before, but hopefully the boys can actually quiet a bit down as we are seeing a attacking play being set up. Lackstar still needs to take possession. Azerty up quickly. But the boys from Unity are able to defend this quite well. Technic infields are defunct, not being read. Setsi in between the passing line. And both teams are trying to settle down right now. First minute's been played, but Defunct here with an open net. And there's the first goal.
Oh, it was open, but it was deceivingly difficult here. Still, Defunct making that one look just so easy. Double tap at a tight angle to get the first goal here for Unity Esports. And that is how you establish yourself as the highest seeded team in the first round at your play of the day. Lackstar already getting some touches on his own goal line. This team ready to cook. Defunct with the flip reset.
Oh, there's a
that
bump
one
as well.
will pop right over. And after the bump, it's just too easy.
Yeah, I mean, Technic, an amazing job emptying that net. Zetsi, no chance of trying to get back to that ball. And then it's Defunct with a lovely open net, scoring the second goal for Unity with about 1 minute and 10 seconds gone. And oh my god, the cat is just jumping on my sink, so I might need to just get him down. But we are still looking at this match. Azerty taking it up on the left wall, still keeping it there, losing possession. Defunct now with a lot of time. 3v2 situation. Is he going to do it on his own? No. Energic is there, but Lackstar with a shot. Oh my days. Ooh. What is that?
Well, this is exactly what the coach would have been trying to teach his team for time to come. Just get a lot of power, get the ball on target, and you'll get yourself a goal. The gaffer showing us how it's done.
Now, it is going to look like, oh, Lackstar would have been in trouble. But what a save has he made. And Unity now in one of the most favourable positions we have seen them in since the last Open. And, I mean, they're looking confident right now. They're looking for an onslaught as the attacks are still not going down. Lackstar with another touch of goal as well. And forcing Energic and ZT to get on that ball on the same time. Trying to force those double commits is what you want. Lackstar up again, cutting in front of his teammates, and he's looking like he's raring to go. Technic now as well. It is Freety giving us a lot of time in the front, I must say, and they're only playing on the counter, but this could be where it's going wrong. But Lackstar is there to save the day.
And Lackstar, am I crazy for saying I think he's been the best player so far on this pitch? And I'm not just saying this, you know, because my expectations were low or anything like that. Defensively, offensively, middle of the pitch, he has been dominant against this Fritty side. They haven't been able to break past him. Azerty will certainly try with this play, but that's a lovely pre-jump there from Defunct to take it to the safe corner. Technic, though, beaten by Energic. Fritty looking for their first chance, and it's just Lackstar again.
How is he doing this? Where did he come from, and where does he go now? Because, oh my days, it is Lackstar save to save. Keeping the net clean, keeping that sheet on 0, and allowing his teammates to try and set up another attack. As Lackstar is playing close to this one as well, trying to shadow it. Technic a bit awkward here. ZT with a shot. Lackstar not reaching. And if he doesn't reach, it's going in. As we've seen with this goal. A 3-1 and a possible open door for Fritty. But let's just hope the boys from Unity can pick it back up again.
It was a really nice pass there from Azerty. You saw Lackstar was shadowing perfectly for Azerty to potentially throw that shot across, realizing he had no options. instead going for that pass just completely threw off that Unity Esports defense. So it's a nice little play there from Fritty. They've had their odd few chances, especially these more mechanical plays coming off the ceiling. They've attempted quite a few of those now, but overall, Unity just have been that bit more consistent defensively, and well, that's how you infill pass as well. Unity Esports giving it right back to them, and with a 3-goal difference, you start to feel very confident about the nature of this first game.
This is just looking lovely. I'm just gonna say it. This is just looking amazing from what we want to see on the channel right now, because oh my days, is this a amazing position to be in. 4-1 up after game 1 could be a very good sign for the rest of the series, but we're not done yet. We've got about a minute left to play, and let's see what these boys from Unity can cook up. Defunk past them the middle. Technic not really reaching. Ball a bit too high, but Lexon now on the ball. Needs to play it safe. Needs to play it close. Defunct. Lovely flick. Gets another touch on as well. CT needs to get it away. Unable to do so. And Defunct with another touch there. And
lovely.
this is looking
lovely.
really, really good.
And I just couldn't hold in my excitement here. Lackstar popping it up, and Technic really has to wrap himself round that one to try and find the far post. Defunct already knew the play that was cooking. And I tell you what, I'm looking over at the player cams right now. They are calm. They're not getting overexcited. They know that it's going to be a long series ahead. I want to say that this is a best of 5. I believe I'm correct.
It is.
Yeah, they don't mess with any of that best of 3 funny business like we do over in EU. Absolutely disgusting, I must say. It's all serious Rocket League here, and at the moment, Unity Esports are looking seriously good.
Good pop as well. Lackstar. Oh my days, he almost reached into that. And that could have been the lead way to Brazil. Unfortunately, this would probably be a 6-1 at best with the last 5 seconds on the clock. Laxos going up onto the wall, going it into the middle. There's the reset. No, it's not. And the ball is dropping onto the ground. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is one of the best starts we've seen to a series from these lads for Unity.
And I see a big stretch there from Lackstar, who had an excellent first game. I mean, you see 2 players with over 700 points. Defunct just shy of that 750 record. Demos attempted by one side. Still not going to be enough here to break past what has been a crushing Unity Esports offense and defense. I mean, it was just a dominant first game. Yes, they let in that 1 goal. They had their 1 good moment. But they're going to need a lot more than just moments to win this series, or even to win this second game with how Unity Esports are playing.
I cannot agree more. Lackstar now in the corner, playing to Technic. Little pass to Defunct. And both of these teams now looking off to a shaky start, as Unity was applying pressure, but Lackstar needed to stretch out his car and is driving away of Technic there. As he wanted to clear that ball. Unity now look back in control. Technic's moving up. Lovely demo by Defunct. And there's Lackstar again. And this is, again, such a good start, Pegasus. What is this?
Well, just past the first 32 seconds, immediately there's a demo. Energy is completely smoke-screened. And Lackstar, he just will not stop. Goal after goal, save after save, assist after assist as well. You start to question what this player can't do, but when he was sitting back there as the coach, he's leading by example now. This is exactly what he was asking his team to do in the last Open. It's exactly what he was asking for them to do in the first. Main event is the aim for this team. And with how they're playing at the moment, you know, they're going to put themselves in really good competition for that second series. Like I said, whether it's Pony no Jutsu or it's SMS, there could be calls here for what, you know, many brackets and many people would call an upset upper bracket qualification.
Yeah, and I mean, with how the team is looking right now, it's not a question if we're going to make day 2, but how good are we going to make it? As I'm not going to lie, Freety doesn't even look that incapable of actually touching a joystick or a keyboard. they're actually playing really decent, or at least mechanically, they're doing well. But I think it's just a Lackstar boost that is making these boys play better, as Technic is getting the second goal slotted into the back of the net. And I mean, yeah, lovely play. ZT almost reaching it, matrixing past it. And 2-0 is what is going to be halfway of the nil into the coffin for Unity to get into that last game and maybe even sweep this series. Defunct now with a flip reset on the bar. And now it's Technic on the ball, Pigasus.
Technic will take this one off the ceiling here. Energic can he get that initial read, so it's Azerty. Back to Technic again. He's so good at keeping himself involved. Lackstar will look to early challenge this one. That's such a good read to keep himself hanging in the air and to get that first touch, because Fritty have been held back. Technic finding Defunct inside. Lackstar will bail away high. It's a very, very high offense from Unity Esports. Full to the brim of confidence here. Just looking to defend with offense. You worry that one big clearance would send it all the way over, but they know in their hearts of hearts they're not going to let that happen. Defunct look to find Technic. Technic's not even looking for the ball. He wants a bump instead. Notice that one was going to fly on target regardless, and Defunct in the 6-yarder. A little bit of a box goblin, just finding his way through.
I mean, it is a lovely position that he's putting himself in. Still, in that second man position, even though he was on 8 boost, needed to stay into the middle. And that's exactly what he's been doing. A lovely job done by Technic. And it is not even done yet, because Lackstar trying to get up. Technic blocking it off. Defunct up in the air as well. Unfortunately, not be able to block. Gazerti putting on some pressure on Lackstar now. But a lovely bit of control displayed there in the back, and now leaving his teammates to do the rest of the job. Oh, my days. Energic with a good save, even though both Defunct and Lackstar went up for that ball. And I mean, it's Unity with such an immense amount of pressure. I'm looking to the scoreboard on my left right now. 2 shots from Team Fritty. 9 shots from Unity, and we're still not done. We are still attacking. This pressure is just immense, and probably a bit too much to take care of it.
And we said before here that this team does not look bad, and... Oh, hold on. Defunct and redirect. No way! Insane from Defunct! The postage stamp shots to stamp their ticket to a game 3 with match point surely in the hands of Unity Esports. An insane redirect against what I was just about to say is one of the toughest teams they could be playing in this round 2. Oh, I thought for a second he was going to do it again. Typically, when there has been that first round bye, but there hasn't been a first round to be played, both teams have just been able to head start in round 2. These are usually, you know, your middle of the seedings type matches where they're both good enough to get that first round bye. Fritty are seed, I want to say 37, whereas we're sitting at about 31, 33,
28.
That kind of range. 28, even better. So this is a tough team to be facing at this stage. Usually, dare I say, you kind of get a free team in these first rounds. And Unity Esports making it certainly look free against Fritty so far. Really happy with how they've played. And if they can build off this performance and that last goal they just scored, I think we're going to have a very fun night, Poggy. And I think you guys are going to have a very fun day tomorrow as well.
And again, it's just game 1 where we actually let some goals through. Game 2, we're looking even more comfortable defending, as it was looking a bit shaky in the last game. I must say, Unity completely comfortable in defense, even when under pressure. Though they weren't a lot, and Defunct is going to let this drop. And that is game 2 under our belt. The boys doing amazing, and 4-0 pressure where you cannot even escape from being a team like Fritty. And even if I was them, I would not know the exact thing I would change about them, as they're still just playing all right.
And I thought the first game was really impressive. Somehow they were able to top that in the second. So proud with how they played there. They were able to keep a clean sheet as well, which was a big difference compared to what we saw in the first.
Yoshi.
Get him off the screen, Yoshi. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are those admins in chat? What are their admins in chat? I can't say stream when he's looking that good. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. You're gonna give me a cavity. Lackstar opens up the scoring in the third. Unity looking to pick up where they left off. I said it was an immense performance in that second game. And the third, why not keep it going? Fritty, I want to say, does that mean chippy in Afrikaans perhaps? I know that Fritz is chips, I believe, in Dutch, and I know there's South African links to that as well.
Ooh,
so this chippy team being sent to the shops right now.
I haven't really thought of it, and I mean, as a Fritty, you kind of want to get out of the shops, but right now they're being absolutely sent in as Lackstar already scores his second. And I mean, what an absolute aura is he displaying right now as the second goal within 25 seconds is ours, and definitely more. It's Lackstar's second, and I mean, he's been doing absolutely amazing, well above the expectations I've had from him. And I mean, we just want to see more. We just love to see more of this performance as Zetsi trying to clear away for Fritty with some sort of hope. What a musty flick center. There is Defunct as well. And Lackstar is absolutely taking these guys for a walk.
Whoa, where's he been the rest of the season? Why has he been coaching? Why has he not been on the pitch? He's insane. He's absolutely insane. He's looking for a hat trick in this game. He's got himself an assist like that. Why did he ever leave?
Lackstar again in between that passing line onto Technic. Not going to get the double, unfortunately. Zetsi not even reaching, and there's another open net. And where we took 5 minutes to try and get... I'm getting distracted by a picture of I think it's Defunct on Yoshi's camera. Oh my days. We can't even
switch to cam. Nah, you can show it.
We can show it. We're 4-0 up after. No, Yoshi, come on. Yoshi, come on, man.
Yoshi, show the stream.
Yoshi, show the stream. It took so long. Yoshi, please. Yes!
Yeah!
There it is.
There we go. All right, back to the game.
Oh my god, back to the game. We're almost going to score another one. Technic. Oh my days. What is happening? Absolute seeds here on the Unity team stream. Is there going to be another goal? Since he's not even going to reach. Technic saves it on his own. No! And it's going to be a goal like this. What absolute scenes on the pitch. But what was all the cameras, ladies and gentlemen? What was this?
Wait.
Oh man, I can't even keep up anymore.
I've never seen a stream and a match derailed so far.
Defunct got on camera because his face cam's not working and we get a goal against us. That's the effect he's been having so far. Oh my days. Oh man, alright.
That's amazing. That is amazing. Defunct though, looking to try and hold us out of defense pretty. Have found us at our weakest, at our most goofy, you could say. But Lackstar, he's got a hat trick to grab. Maybe another assist. Technic can't get the goal, but Defunct will end up finding it. That's a hat trick for him instead. The head start did go to Lackstar, but of course, the player for the entire season, proving to be so strong. Unplayable with the ping Lamau. I don't know if that's ping for everyone. I don't know. Are these international players? Have you been able to see my friend Poggy? I don't know what their pings have been looking like.
Let's just quickly look at the tab. We are playing against a full EU team.
Oh, I don't care. I literally don't care.
Yeah,
Complain about ping, play in your own region.
Yeah, I'm with them. I'm with them. That's the ping I've played against fucking... Oh, pardon me. Against...
And I was told off the same manager. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Oh, excuse me. A little slip up. But I've played against these lads as well this pig, and it's absolutely not even close. To play against Technic with another save. A good 50 by ZT though. And Fritzy, I don't know if it's Unity taking a breather, but they are out of nowhere on 3 goals. And with a difference of 4-0 after the first minute, it is going to be 5-3 with half of the game remaining.
Fritty should be inspired. Fritty should be inspired because, you know, the best team in SSA right now. The 2 times.
What's this?
Hold on. Hold on a minute. This is something to get inspired by. Technic to Lackstar. Drop down to Defunct. Just when Fritty think they have a little bit of momentum, Unity Esports put them back into the ground. What a play there coming from Unity. And again, it was a 3-man play, which means Lackstar had to be involved. Why has he been coaching? Give him back his sticks and put him on the pitch.
Give him back the sticks. At least give him a wheel so he can drive the car on the field, because Jesus Christ, he knows how to do that, ladies and gents, because what an assist from the ceiling. I just have to point out, he's still playing as if no nerves are affecting him. And Zetzi with another counter goal on the answer of a beautiful team play. It is a Unity, almost, except for Technic, on 0 boost, which they have managed to find the weak spot in. But oh my days, I don't know what to feel right now. My heart is going up and down from that passing play.
Well, there's been 10 goals in this game individually here. That is enough for a full series. It could even be enough for a best of 7 if it was, you know, particularly dry, I would say. Lexa, off that corner, just looking to try and find Defunct. He knows not to commit to that play, however, because Fritty do have the clear first few touches. Instead, they can sit back, wait for these boom balls to be passed straight to them. Lackstar off the ceiling. Ooh. That's going to drop down. Lackstar almost got the second touch, but it's going to be Defunct with the easiest angle. And that is 7. 3-goal difference with 82 seconds left on the clock. It's been high scoring, so I guess you could say it's not over yet, but with the momentum that Unity have been able to grant themselves in these first 2 games and continue on in this third, in my heart of hearts, I do not see this one turning.
I must have to say as well, we can say it's a high-scoring game, but realistically, we're allowing it to be a high-scoring game, especially after the first minute. 4-0 up. Lackstar! Oh my days! Defunct's not even going to finish that. Okay, back to my story. First minute done. 4-0 up, and from there on out, we've seen Defunct on the screen, and I think the boys as well at home sitting are just a bit messing around. I don't know if they're taking it as seriously as they probably should in preparation for their next match, but all the fun to them. Last 40 seconds going in. Defunct up in the air. Lackstar going to catch this one. Needs to control it. Plays against the ceiling. Lovely bit done. Technique, high pressure as well. And with these last 30 seconds remaining, we're finally seeing the whole field settle down. No, my days. Technique!
That is disgusting. That is ridiculous from Technic. Defunct perfectly positioned as well. And Lackstar's jaw is to the floor on the cameras as well. It's just turned into a maniacal little giggle as well straight afterwards. He's in shock. I'm in shock. My co-caster went slightly red after that goal. He was into it.
I'm blushing right now.
I can understand why. I can understand it. Oh! Oh my God! What is going on?
What? What the absolute flip?
Fuck it.
What the flip? I said what the flip.
Switch the cameras. Switch the cameras. It's time. Wait, it's time. Sweep secured, ladies and gentlemen. Sweep secured.
Defunct. Sweep and a sleeper. Oh my days. SirPigasus. I need to recover from this. Let's take a quick look at the scoreboard as well. Because, oh my days, defunct.
Oh, 935!
Defunct, 935. Partook 88% in the goals that's been scored. And I mean, fair enough, because he scored 6 of them. Absolute goated by the Deefy Sleeper. Oh my days. Let's take one more look. Yoshi helping us with the production value. Because, oh my days. This little sleeping beauty has...
We love Technic.
Played
we
us
love him.
to round 3. Oh my days. Pegasus. Oh my god, he's got. Is that double printed, Yoshi? Oh my days. Anyway, enough with the fun.
That's expensive.
It is very.
Niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn his TV off, turn his TV off. 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 Ain't no other king in this rap thing, they siblings. Nothing but my children. One shot, they disappearing. I'm in a city with a flag be getting thrown like it was past interference. Padlock around the building. Crash pulling up an unmarked truck just to play freeze tag. With a bone to pick like it was sea bass. So when I made it out, I made about 50K from a show. Trying to show niggas the ropes before they hung from a rope. I'm prophetic. They only talk about it, how I get it. Only good for saving face, seen the cosmetics. How many heads I gotta take to level my aesthetics? Hurry up and get your muscle up. We optiply metric. Nigga ran up out of luck, soon as I up the highest metric. The city just made it sweet, you could diabetic. They mouth get full of deceit. Let these cowards tell it. Walk in New Orleans with the etiquette of LA yelling. Oh man.
niggas acting bad, but somebody gotta do it. Got my foot up on the gas, but somebody gotta do it. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off. Turn this TV off, turn this TV off.
Shit get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. Shit get crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious. 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 Crazy, scary, spooky, hilarious.
SMS, I mean, after the first 2 games in that series, it looked like Pony no Jutsu was absolutely going to bring it home. But SMS out of nowhere with Mercury in a Game 5 overtime. Oh
Insane.
my goodness. Absolute scenes. Like, our round 2 was a 3-0 sweep with Defunct in Game 2 being on screen for about a minute while the game was running. They, however, had a Game 5 overtime to try and win it. Oh my goodness. That is a massive, 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 massive difference than that we've had. And it's absolutely...
It's a huge contrast.
It's a
huge contrast.
But are we going to be prepared for it? Because SMS is in it right now. Like, they're obviously calming down, but they are in that high. What about now?
Thing
69
heading into this, and are we still up, ladies and gentlemen?
I think so. I think
he's frozen. Oh, never mind. He's back. You were frozen for me for a sec.
Yeah. I think my cat literally was on my internet, or like my cat, the cat that I'm cat sitting on. Get off my leg! Ow! Yeah,
the
playing.
cat's throwing all over stream.
We
need to face C69 SMS. They just reverse swept Pony no Jutsu. This could be qualification game into, of course, the Swiss stage. The winner of this series auto quals, ladies and gentlemen. We would have to play another just for seeding. But still, there's huge stakes ahead. And the cat wants to ruin it, Mr. Foggy.
He's literally sat on my router and just like rumbling through my cables, absolutely ruining me. But indeed, Pegasus, this match is going to be the match to play for that spot in the next.
Oh.
I don't even see you anymore.
You know that cat that Poggy was looking after? It just killed the stream by standing on a network cable.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I think we're back up. I think we're here. I think we're here. I hope I fixed it. I'm on my knees right now because I needed to fix my router.
What?
But
the cat was throwing. The cat was throwing.
The cat was throwing hands. I've been disbanded. Rocket League servers weren't online for me. I'm out of the stupid party. Help! Help!
We have lobby details as well. I do just want to say, this is an important series. If Unity Esports win it, they qualify for the Swiss stage automatically.
I'm going to beat up
but,
this.
You know...
No, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it because Pia will come after me, but... Everything's falling apart, Pegasus. Everything is falling apart.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to join through lobby details. Oh my days, this is taking way too long. We are probably already in the match as well.
I've also got a cat in my office, but I have absolutely no access to my network cable. So I'm going to be all fine here. I'm going to be all fine.
I'm not. I'm really not. He started clawing at my leg. And then he like jumped up onto my lap and then like put his claw on my thighs. And then I'm like, wait, hold on. And then I didn't hear you anymore. And then the stream KBPSs were going down. Everything falling apart. I'm now rebooting Rocket League as we speak. Trying to get into it. I think everything's back online for me. So I'm just going to try and join as fast as I can. And get this match going. Oh my doodly days. Bang, 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 bang. Join.
In other news, Ares is playing, the Pioneers, Ares is playing in a tournament right now in EU, and has just lost to a 1900 bubble team. So that's quite fun. Whilst SSA is going underway in Europe. NA Talent has been decimated. We've also got, of course, RLCS EU going underway. We'd love to show you some SSA action. Mr. Polly, look at him. He's scrambling. Look at the focus in that man's face.
Yeah,
He is
no,
locked
I'm
in.
I'm
He is
absolutely
ready.
trying to get everything right now. I think we are ready to go into the game as well, Pegasus.
Yes!
It is going to be SMS playing on the orange side, Unity Esports this time playing in Unity Blue. And here we go. After a quick upset in not the series score, but in my internet, we are officially back online. It's Dylan who won the first game. It is Unity that has won the first game, but we are now back on our way in this best of 5. It is SMS against Unity Esports, and here we go, ladies and gents.
And well, Unity Esports, so impressive in that series we saw beforehand. Laxstar especially, being the coach, being the one that's been out of action for quite some time, opened up the scoring in the series before, and he'll do it again in this one versus SMS. Stay impressed for different reasons with their resilience in a reverse sweep. So we should note that 1-0 in the first game should not show the full direction of the series. You're going to have to work a lot harder than that because this team will not make it easy.
Defunct with a lovely challenge. Skeleton Pig up in the air. Plays against the backboard. Technique able to pick that up. Also going to go forward. Lovely 50. No one's in net from SMS. And this is Defunct with a second goal for Unity. And this is a lovely, lovely start to this series. As game 1 is looking to go our way. And maybe it could be the difference in caliber for SMS compared to the team they have just played. But this could be still a very exciting series as Mercury almost gets it on target from the kickoff.
Mercury was that player to get that game 5 double touch in overtime to secure that reverse sweep for SMS's participation in this series. At the moment, I haven't seen much participation. It is, for the most part, just been Unity Esports. Skeleton Pig, though, will be looking to throw something back here. And look, my favourites on the pitch here are Defunct, Technic and Laxar, but there is a clear 4th on that other team, and it is Skeleton Pig, who, you know, if we do concede, that'll be the player that I'll be hoping we'll be getting all the goals, but I don't think we'll concede any games with how we're playing at the moment. Technic back up here. Defunct looking for that aerial challenge. Laxstar does well with that.
Oh, what a challenge!
And it's control, which just coaches just seem to know how to master. A reward Unity with their 3rd goal. SMS looking all out of shape. Mercury's thrown in his own nets.
I mean, a good challenge by Laxstar after a lovely controlling touch. And it is a bit unfortunate for Mercury to try and get into that challenge. As 2 minutes in, 3 goals is looking a lot like our last series that we played. And I mean, we do not want anything else than this. Because we can just get through to Swiss stage if we win this series, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be such an amazing feat for Unity Esports to get a really good seeding if we do manage to win our next series as well. But then again, we still need to win here. Defunct getting the ball, playing it up high. Skeleton Pig able to intercept, still staying behind the ball as well. Technic, lovely bit of time, lovely bit of control. Mercury on that, playing it into the center. Seth or Sesh almost got on that. But Unity still in control and looking just as comfortable in defense as the last game.
Technic looking to hold down the lines here. Looking to try and find a teammate in field. Only finds an orange car here. SMS with some semblance of an offense that hasn't been all too common in this opening game so far. It's been all Unity Esports. It's been all Technic here who will bring this ball up. Defunct can't get a touch, but Laxar has that 3rd man. Delays his initial jump there. Forces 2 players to commit themselves. It's just Skeleton Pig on the line. But that one doesn't find the target. Unity Esports potential for a 4th goal. But typically, a 3-goal difference will do the job. Still, double demos on the goal line here from Skeleton Pig. Will open things up. They don't score the open air. Mercury had to be there on the follow. Instead, Unity do manage to keep their sheets clean. But my goodness, SMS wasteful in their offense.
And now it is the turn of Unity to get back into that attack again. Technic keeping the pressure up, trying to pass the Laxstar, who was unfortunately rotating back, but he's still behind it. Lax are probably going to be able to pick this one up. Weighing on the touch of Mercury. Good touch. Sesh needs to get that away. He's not going to. And the net is again open. And it's just Unity getting gift after gift. As SMS is leaving that net open. Over committing. No, not really the word I'm looking for. Overreaching. Trying to overreach in that attack. And it's just not working for them. And yeah, I mean, an empty net is an empty net. And at the end of the day, if you don't take those, you should not even try to go on to the Swiss bracket. As the last minute commences. Defunct almost got it in. And Laxstar with a bit of control now.
Yeah, but what we know about SMS from that last series is they are at least resilient. This is going to be a rather tough loss to face because they've had some chances. They have just been so wasteful, and Unity Esports and offense have just looked a whole lot stronger. The SMS defense really has not been up to par in this series. Of course, this is a team which I believe hasn't made top 32 yet. I think they were within the 50s range of that last open, which, you know, they did compete. They did get some good games against some good opposition. But 32 is still untrodden ground here, and I feel like they're feeling that pressure here in this first game. How they're able to reintegrate themselves in what is going to be potentially a long best of 5 is left to be shown here. But Laxstar finally gets his hat-trick he's been looking for, and it's with a 150% shooting percentage as well. That's 3 goals coming out of 2 shots.
That is lovely to see, man. I mean, honestly, I haven't had too many games where I actually have 150% shooting accuracy or even above the 100. And I mean, Laxstar just does it with, it looks like so much ease, even on this level here on the RLCS third open qualifier. And with the ball being dropped, it is Unity Esports. It says Usmu against CDV Wolves. That is just the name from the people that have actually made this match. But I didn't even refresh the page. That is on me, ladies and gents. Let me quickly help you with that.
It's all good, my friend. It is all good. Either way, we know the result. We know the result. We know the wonderful Unity taken game 1 with, you know, a lot of confidence behind them as well. I'm hoping that that can continue because, of course, if they do go on to take this second game, they do put themselves on match points. I mean, it didn't shake off this side against Pony no Jutsu, but I feel like with that added pressure of being the qualification series into the Swiss stage and being a Unity Esports team that has already proven themselves to be strong today, I think it's going to be a bigger job here for SMS than the previous one, even though I feel like many would have, before the day started, put Pony no Jutsu ahead of us.
And now we can just see Laxstar doing his Yap Stars and almost ready for game 3 as the last words are being said to his team, how they can keep this lead, how they can try and beat SMS for its second time. As the second game is also commencing, it's going to be Mercury against Technic. A good 50 challenge, but Skeleton Pig is the one to win it eventually for SMS. And now it is Team Unity, though, with Defog with a lovely cross. Laxstar just not in the right position. Technic trying to get onto it as well. And Unity looking very dangerous in the first 15 seconds.
And it's not over yet. Defunct high up on this wall here. Technic is waiting. He'll get that initial fake as well. And that's low boost in the SMS defense. 2 of them completely empty. It's only Mercury left behind. Laxstar with a flip reset. Oh my goodness, he's incredible. Incredible. A pre-jump reset? Where has he been? Into the top right corner as well. Nice shots thrown in there from the opponent. Sit back and enjoy the show. Unity Esports have arrived.
Unity Esports has mostly been Laxstar so far, SirPigasus. Oh my days. As if he just done that in this lobby. And Defunct also trying to get onto Laxstar with a pop-up high. This Technic going to be with the second one. And Unity, an explosive start again out of nowhere. As, I mean, I'm still going to talk about that goal from Laxstar because, oh my days, What a controlling touch on the first one. Getting the reset. And just taking the team up on his back from coach to player. Most teams have the coaches don't play because coaches do not play regularly. But this coach should definitely play some more with the boys from Unity because, oh my days, it's already 3-0.
I tell you what, we had the, dare I say, prettiest goal of the day. And then definitely the ugliest just a bit sooner afterwards. It doesn't matter how they go in, though. You've just got to think here, Poggy. That beautiful, well-worked goal there from Lackstar is worth the same amount of goals as that disgusting one we just witnessed. Honestly disgraceful. Basketball's been in the news. Add your 2 and 3 pointers. Maybe an extra point per flip reset. I'm just kidding, of course. Lackstar again doesn't find that bottom right corner. But what that just goes to show here is SMS are struggling. It's constant shots against them. They've really not had a second of escape. Defunct able to sneak this one through after narrowly avoiding a demo here on the goal line. Unity make it 4, and I tell you what, bring on game 3. I'm fed up with this already.
SMS still having that threat of coming out of the dark after being 2-0 down. This could be their strength, and this could be their position of strength as they do manage to catch Unity off guard with a quick kickoff goal here. Skeleton Pig, your favourite player on the pitch on the side of SMS here, SirPigasus, is the one to make at least a dent into the extreme unit that we call Unity Esports.
Yeah, if it was someone to do it on the other side, I'll give it to Skeleton Pig. We'll strike right back with a kickoff goal. I mean, do we really want to watch the replay? The camera doesn't want to watch the replay. And I don't really know what Seth was going for there on that one. He just ends up completely flying away from the course of the ball. Unity Esports will sit with that 4-goal difference. And I would just like to point out, we've only just crossed the 90-second mark of this game. And there have been 6 goals, 5 of which to Unity. This is beyond dominance here. It has to be a crime in certain areas of the world to play a game of Rocket League like this. It makes you wish they had a mercy rule, but like you said before, SMS proven in the series beforehand and with this second goal as well. Seth recovering from what was a horrendous kickoff beforehand. They can just all of a sudden light a flame underneath them. They were able to do it against Pony no Jutsu. I don't think they had as bad of a first 2 games like they've had in this case. And, of course, they haven't had as much pressure behind them. But what does fill me with some joy is looking at the players. Lackstar lifted his hand up, got his teammates smiling. And, well, they're not all too bothered by this second goal. And, well, I don't think they should be either.
They really shouldn't, Pegasus. It's, again, a dent in a unit. And, I mean, we've still got so much to play for. We still have so much time. And Defunct here as well with a lot of space in the air. Seth clearing it away, though. It is just Unity Esports, I think, still trying to play as comfortable as they can, but also just trying to have the vibes in. And in the end, at the end of the day, that is probably also one of the most important factors when you are looking at playing the game Rocket League. At the end of the day, it is still just a game. And, Skeleton Pig making something out of this game as SMS looking dangerous with a threatening decrease in the amount of goals they were down.
And it was something you mentioned very early in game 1 of the day there, where there was a bit of a double commit in the net from Unity. You said it was a bit of a rare occurrence. It's not something you see all too often. That will be the reason that we concede for this specific play here. And a bit of a double commit up there on the wall as well. I feel like that's just what happens when this team gets a little bit relaxed. Sometimes, you know, those easy mistakes start to kind of slip in here. That's a great save coming from Defunct, however. Seth, though, flip reset. Wants a second, gets the second, doesn't get the third. Might have got the pancake. And, well, he is coming back with a vengeance. Was not happy with the criticism I was giving him earlier. But surely, Poggy, surely they can hold on to this 2-goal lead just for the final 100 seconds. And surely SMS cannot reverse sweep again. Technic, oh my goodness.
Good save.
Oh my goodness, my heart. That was not safe for me there. Listen, he should not have been putting that one so close into his own net.
For a
Not
second, I saw a red.
So confident.
Oh my days!
Goodness.
For
Oh,
a second, I
that
saw a
looks
red car as well, and I thought, oh my god, are we just gonna leave that net open? But it was Technic in disguise. And the last minute is going to commence, and both teams have calmed down as well. Unity realised that they need to bring this match home. Seth getting bummed. Lackstar getting back into the middle. Defunct not able to put it in. Still on it though, in the corner. Needs to get it into the middle. Technic pre-jumping that. Unlucky with that as Lackstar on low boost. Playing third man. Now ain't going into first. Lovely challenge. They're going to waterfall. Skeleton Pig able to pick it up though. And Unity still in the attacking vibe. It's still in the attacking play as the pressure is not being relieved by Lackstar here. Ball into the middle. Skeleton Pig maybe got to be the one to do it then, but the ball is just still hovering in front of that net of SMS.
Ooh, and Technic staying tight as well. Lackstar keeping that
Oh
offense
my
going like you
goodness.
mentioned before. And he's so consistent. He's so consistent, Poggy. Just another double tap. Another one to add to the highlight reel, off which is, you know, going to fill up all my SSDs after this.
This is literally against all of my expectations. Lackstar not being a player that Technic and Defunct need to play around, but it is Lackstar being the final piece of the puzzle that we've probably been looking for. And he's been hiding in disguise ever since he joined as a coach. As another game has been won. Unity Esports 6-3 against SMS. As you can see, game 2 of this best of 5. Won by Unity.
Oh, it's amazing.
Oh,
it's amazing.
my days. Let's take a quick...
Name a better duo.
Yeah.
Day one and amazing production here on the Unity Esports stream.
You have to give it to me though. Like my days.
No, that's class. That's class. That is class. And
man.
you've been doing great. You've been doing amazing. Listen, this has been a fantastic stream so far. And it's going to continue to be so, especially if Unity Esports can secure this stream. Perfect start! Pristine! Tiki-taka between the players. Defunct 50-50. Lackstar back to Technic. Back to Defunct. Oh my goodness. It's like a perfect basketball rotation right now. And they're just picking the ball between each other with such precision.
Not like this.
And there's a second. Straight off the kickoff. SMS, am I going to sit here and really believe that you can pull off a second reverse sweep in a row when you're performing like this in the first 11 seconds? Heck no! Especially with Unity Esports looking so strong.
It's oh my, I can't even find words for it. That is how majestic I find Unity playing right now. Because it's oh, the camera disagreed with me. as it tripped out a little bit, but oh my days, it is absolutely insane. Again, Defunct up as well for the pinch. Lackstar missing the challenge there, but again, we're just looking way too comfy right now. It is comfortable, but also passion, but also confidence. What is keeping these boys on this hype train, on this amazing style of play that we're seeing right now from Unity? And this is going to look like a very short day one for us, Pegasus, as this double elim is looking more and more like a Unity elim, where we eliminate all of the teams that are trying to face us. As SMS got a bit close. Mercury not able to reach that final ball though, but they still got some pressure. Or is this going to be Lackstar's time to shine again?
It feels like it's always Lackstar's time to shine with how well he's been playing today. That one popped high here for Defunct. It's a bit of a back pass, which still questions whether that was the correct decision. Unity ended up getting away with it. Technic pinches this one high to Defunct. Lackstar's lurking, and the redirect was on target. Mercury forced to the best of his defensive abilities to keep this one out. Technic will stay tight. Skeleton Pig knocked off the play here by Lackstar. Seth sees an open net. Skeleton Pig can surely put it away, but Defunct Superman dives there to keep the sheets clean for Unity Esports. And with 3 minutes left on the clock, another offense here for the side of Unity as they look to secure this sweep.
Technic taking his time. Very good oversight on the play there as well. As it's SMS that needs to commit, that needs to score to even try and stay in the series, as they are already 2-0 down. And right now, Unity can play with the time all they like. Take all the time they need in the back, and more so, needs to keep up that pressure when they're in front, as that just reduces the chances and possibilities that SMS can make. And Lackstar given a massive one here as Mercury backflips. Mercury recovers, though, fantastically. And this could maybe be Seth's time, as Skeleton Pig is also there for the third follow-up. But again, SMS not able to find the back of the net.
This is the closest that players looked for quite some time here. Unity Esports have had some moments there where there have been options for SMS to take advantage of. I mean, that team bump especially cannot go unpunished if you're SMS looking for a reverse sweep. They're diving in for that bump, but it wasn't on target in the first place. Lackstar is thrown off the pitch here. Defunct will collect despite the bump. Still getting a perfect pass here to Technic. 0 boost of a tank, however, will disallow him from breaking the lines. Defunct does well to possession back and hold on, double tap on target. That's the third for Unity, and it's a hat trick as well for Defunct, who has scored every single one of his shots in what could be the decisive game.
This is absolutely crazy. Defunct, he looked a bit invisible to me in the first series. I mean, apart from that 6-goal game that he had, but again, not really making the plays that he wanted to, as he's almost pre-flipped that ball into the net from an insanely difficult angle. And now he's starting to come more alive and alive, as I think, if I'm correct, for these guys, the level of play has gone up just a smidge. But is it going to be enough? The last minute is going in, and it is still SMS on 0 goals. And I mean, the clean sheet of Unity, I would love to sleep in their beds if they ever open a hostel, because these sheets have never been so clean. And with these last 45 seconds, it is just going to be a matter of time before we can say that the nail's been put into the coffin, and that Unity will advance to round 4, which will be the last match that we will see on the Unity channel today, playing for that spot in the Swiss stage.
Defunct again off that back wall. Keeping things moving here with this very high play at the moment, and the amount of possession that this team are able to keep. They're able to whittle down that clock, and as you say, they are looking to just shut this series out. 12 seconds. It's looking almost impossible here for SMS. They'll fly something over. Lackstar won't even give them the luxury of the first goal. Neither will Technic. And when this ball hits the ground, ladies and gentlemen, Unity Esports will have guaranteed themselves Swiss stage qualification. What a day it has been.
This is the first time we see Unity go through in one fell swoop, if I'm correct. It looked like as if Lackstar is having a little bleed with his tattoo. But you can see the boys here as well, joined by Sergeant Borky, as we are going into the last match of today. They looked relaxed. Lackstar, I'm not going to say slacking, but relaxing. Oh, it's going to be Relaxstar, obviously. It was right in front of me. Oh, my days. And this is just what you want to see. It is Defunct Yoshi and Lackstar on the cams. But oh, my days. Pegasus, another 3-0 sweep in round 3? Yeah, round 3. I've got such a gold. I've got such a goldfish memory. It is absolutely the best position we've ever played in. And this is going to be an amazing run for Unity if we manage to get that last game home as well. I'm going to have a quick look at the bracket, maybe seeing if we already know our opponents. But in the meantime, I am very confident to say that we are going into a small break yet again, ladies and gents. we are going to calm down again from a amazing sweep, and we'll see you right after the break. Bye.
on your mosquito tits, slitting wrist while dark evil spirits like slithering with tricks. I'm sick, acid drip makes my spitting sick and makes me start hitting chicks, knitting thick, shitting quick, fitting dick like they're smitting shit with an 8-stick. You're gay as fuck like a fish stick, tequila shots and salt licks, getting balls in your face like a free kick. Young lean stays motherfucking freaky, bitch. Rotten teeth like Gargamel, cast a spell, you keep on trying to yell. Bet your dead body stinks worse than my swell. Well, lean expels diagrams as if they were made in Excel. Fuck fat host like Adele, get my dick stuck inside a lamp shell. Get it out with sperm cells and hair gel. Swim in Mexico, Mademoiselle, point a laugh while he fell. Who's laughing now that I'm explosive like Alfred Nobel? Young lean only attracts an older clientele. Very well, bitch.
First things first, rest in peace, Uncle Phil. For real, you the only father that I ever knew. I get my bitch pregnant, I'ma be a better you. Prophecies that I made way back in the veil. Fulfilled. Listen, even back when we was broke, my team ill. Martin Luther King would've been on Dreamville. Talk to her, nigga. One time for my LA sisters, one time for my LA hoes. Lame niggas can't tell the difference. One time for a nigga who knows. Don't save her, she don't wanna be saved. 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 No role models and I'm here right now. No role models to speak of. Searching through my memory, I couldn't find one. Last night I
in that winners bracket or in the lower bracket of tomorrow's Swiss stage.
Yeah, it's going to be a big match for seeding. It's going to be a big challenge as well for Unity Esports. I mean, coming against Fritty, that was already a tough side. SMS were supposed to be a little bit of a step up. I mean, you would just give them that title after beating Pony no Jutsu in a reverse sweep. They were not really a challenge. And now in this final series, having Mama Lapos as our opponents, they just defeated BTB. This is going to be an interesting one. Of course, two of these three players being of formerly Chocker and Nilla, Tristan and Nitro, were on that roster. They made top 16 and bombed out at 16th as well in both of the first two main events of the 2025 season. So these are no slouch opposition here, okay? They've had experience at, well, the exact spot that we want to find ourselves in. So, of course, if you want to find your way into the top 16, you've got to beat the teams that are consistently going to those top 16s, especially ones that have bombed out 0-2 every single time once they've reached those points. These are, you know, the weakness sides, let's just say, in the 16 that we've got to be dragging down to bring Unity Esports up. So it's just going to be a big test here for this final series. Like we said, already guaranteed ourselves that top 32 Swiss stage. But it's all about leaving out a statement as well. Laxstar has done a fantastic job so far at doing exactly that, being the coach brought in as a player for this Open, and dare I say, being the best player on the team. If he can continue that into this final series, we're going to be in very, very good shape.
We are going to be in such good shape, and the players are... One guy said he was on data at the beginning of joining this lobby, but we are ready, and everyone on this field is looking in a state of complete concentration, as this it will be our most important match that we have yet to play so far, as this will decide if we are going into that winners bracket or losers bracket in the Swiss stage. Schwarzenegger already got a massive demo up behind us, and this will probably be the first match today as well for Unity that we're actually maybe going to see more than 3 games on stream, and this is already looking like a much higher paced game than we've seen before.
Yeah, absolutely. Already straight out of gates, plenty of pace behind these players. Already Laxstar will find the scoring. It's another early goal here for Unity Esports, and it's another series opener for Laxstar. This has remained the case for all 3 series that have been played today. And, well, we also know what happened in those first 2 series. Straight up sweeps. If they were able to finish it with that same pattern continuing as well, I would be extremely impressed. I am curious here if Bouge is actually going to be Duclas on the other side with a different name. Of course, Nitro and Tristan. Very obvious who those 2 players are on the pitch here. Either way, they have early into this game had to feel the wrath of Unity Esports. Can Duclas send something straight back? Ceiling double tap. I think we're going to have a series on our hands.
This is going to be an electric start. Laxstar almost reaching on that read that he tried to make, but unfortunately not reaching it yet. And with this 1-1 scoreline, we are going to be seeing probably more than 3 games, and that's what I've been going for. Could this be a game 5? I do not know, but honestly, after seeing the first game, we'll maybe have a clearer answer for you, ladies and gentlemen at home as well. What I do definitely know is that we need your help. So let us hear you in the chat, or at least let us see you in the chat with a lovely, lovely amount of cheering, as the boys from Unity definitely would need that to keep up a nice series lead, as in this game, it is all tied up.
And I saw full confidence. Let's go in chat. That's what you want to see here. Real support for these 3 Unity Esports players. They do survive that defense after what could have been a fantastic corner read to go alongside Bouge's ceiling double tap. Still, it's Technic. Wants to pop that one high for a teammate. Defunct knows not to commit to this one. Nothing too silly here in these opening stages, as they're still trying to feel each other out. They're going to slowly find out what they can get away with here. Laxstar not finding that touch. Mama Lafos with the offense, and all it's completely open there for Bouge. Unity Esports could not get themselves back in time, and it all came from that initial miss from Defunct. Technic was already positioned extremely high. This has been a side which has liked to be in the offensive half, plays very high for those kind of confidence, but well, unfortunately, it was all falling away. I've got no idea what's being spoken about here in chat. It's been very vocal so far in the opening stages of this series, and unfortunately, it's been very open for Mama Lafo in general.
Mama Lafo, I mean, currently punishing where Unity did not have to really stress about in the last game, the last series, as we always put up the pressure. Now it is actually Mama Lafo with the strings in hand, trying to control the puppets as a puppeteer, and that would be a reference to this game, as now it is finally Unity playing on Mama Lafo's side again, giving away the possession. Laxar into the middle, Defunct is up, controlling touch, needs a 50, does so in great succession, and there's Technic with a lovely bit of finesse on this shot, and we are going to be right back into this game as Technic is giving us some live support, is plugging the cable back in, and it's only one goal left for us to make it up and tie this way back up to a good and hopeful nice win, and we still got 2 minutes for that.
A lot of love being shown in chat as well by, I believe that was Defunct, towards their opponents, giving some respect to how well they have been playing so far. And that's what's always interesting about these seeding games that we see at the end of double elims, and you see it at the end of a GSL stage as well, where, you know, some players, some teams just don't really know how to act here. I mean, it's not as serious as losing a life, going into an elimination stage, perhaps. You know, you've already guaranteed yourself that Swiss stage, and you start to see people, you know, maybe drop down the quality a little bit here. They play it a bit calmer. It doesn't have that same pressure behind it. Even so, we've had ourselves a good first game here. It's been some solid performances from both sides. It's just unfortunately gone a bit more in the favour of Lafo's.
Blackstar trying to change up the pace though. Technic could have been there with the finish, but the pressure's not fully gone away. Schwarzenaldo trying to get onto it. Technic with a lovely challenge. Lackstar's up there as well, and now we see Defunct alone in the net. Or is he going to be there? Yes, he is, fortunately, as these open nets are something that we still cannot afford in the back. Defunct, good touch. Lackstar trying to fit that in. Technic with a nice follow-up. But Mama Lafo's looking strong in defense. And this is something that we haven't really seen today before. A good defensive side that we are playing against, trying to punish us for when we make mistakes. And with the last minute going in right now, it is still 2 goals that we need to make up.
And it will be Defunct picking this one up yet again. That one flies high. It's Tristan. Just keep that offense going. Whittle down this clock. The more that goes by, it is all in favor of this blue side, Unity Esports. The opportunity for them to make this first game comeback decreasing with every second that passes. Still, Lackstar off that backhaul tries to find Technic, and well, they've thrown a kitchen sink at them, and they will not be punished there from that first attack by Lafo. Still some opportunity if they can get something through in this attack, but it has to come now. Infield here. Defunct has Technic waiting, and I think this is going to be a game that will fizzle out to a Game 1 blue win.
Nitro needs to pick this up. Is Lackstar going to be able to put it into the middle? Defunct! Oh my days, what a challenge from Nitro there. Keeping the net clean for now, as the 4-2 is going to be the definitive scoreline in this match. It is Mama Lafo's being able to take away Game 1 from us, and this is our first loss of today as well, if we are talking about the games. And, a way rougher start than the boys originally hoped to get. I'm just quickly switching over. Oh my days. Technic on the Yoshi cam. Absolutely sleeper. Fortunately, he's not sleeping in game. But what do we need to change up Pegasus, as Lackstar is now really utilizing the full minute to coach his way through and make this hopefully next game a lot more, let's say, winnable for us. as Mama Lafo looked really good.
Yeah, they really did. And, well, whatever I'm saying is not going to be nearly as valuable as you can see that Lackstar is instructing his team at the moment. I feel like for the most part, early out the gates there in that game, I feel like they gave away a few chances, which they did not need to. Just typically playing with that high style like they were able to get away with in the series beforehand. I think there needs to be a little bit more care behind them. They can take space by just dribbles like this. Lackstar!
This is a complete different start than we've seen from before. Lackstar being 1, being 2, and then Booge unaware that he was going to get demoed. And, I mean, that is just a play from the books. Amazingly executed by Mr. Lackstar, the Yapstar, as his halftime talk does seem to be working.
That is gorgeous. And, well, it might have been exactly what he was instructing his teammates to do. Take a little bit of control, hold back a few touches here, just wait for the opportunities to prevent themselves. Of course, he was able to create a lot more there with some of the fakes and some of the touches he was getting in that offense. And again, it will be Lackstar opening the scoring like they did in the game before, like they've done in every single series that we've had the pleasure to cast so far today. And now it's all about how Unity Esports can hold on to it, or especially expand it. Defunct finding the perfect pass here from Technic, and it's Lafo's making a mistake that I feel like Unity Esports were making in that first game. Very overcommittal, playing rather high and taking way too many risks in the opponent's corner.
And I mean, what I love to see about Defunct in this game, right, is I think he got called back by Lackstar as Defunct, as a third man, was committing a bit too quickly. And we saw it on the back ball, but we also saw it in the middle that he is now definitely taking his time, taking the time that he needs to set up an actual decent attack, not making sure, or all the while making sure to keep that net covered. And here you can see it as well. Not trying to bang it away instantly, but taking that controlling touch. One of the extra touches that is needed to actually set up that great attack. Defunct now positioned in the front as well, as they almost got onto a 3-0 lead. Unity Esports looking like a complete different team, Pegasus.
Absolutely, and it's exactly what we want here. If they want to keep on their winning ways and give themselves that favourable seeding in that Swiss stage, they've been struggling at times to get those game wins when it comes to the Swiss. Of course, I believe they did bomb out in Open 1. So if they're able to win this series after what has already been a fantastic performance throughout this day one, carrying it into tomorrow with a little bit of a favourable opponent in that first round, that could be the continuation of the momentum that Unity Esports have been waiting for the entirety of 2025.
Defunct now up into the air. What a lovely pass to Technic! Oh my goodness! Defunct, what is this man eating? Because I need me some of that stuff. What a lovely ceiling pinch exactly on the hood of Technic, who's been able to finish it off. And that is 3-0 after 2 minutes and 14 seconds. And this is a lovely start. Could this be another goal for Mama Lafos, though? Oh my god, Schwarzenegger. That is now... Oh my god, I can't even properly talk English anymore about how excited I am in the position of Unity. And the pressure just keeps on building up. Defunct. Got beaten in the corner by Booge. Banging it forward and giving us the possession that we need. Lackstar taking his time. Lovely touch on the wall. Technic taking it over. And now it is Booge alone. Needing to clear that fast. Needing to clear that far. And he is just not able to do that. The pressure is still on. Lackstar is going to be the last one to touch the ball into the top left corner. And it's 4-0 Pegasus. A complete switch around in roles of these teams.
Oh, and what a pass from Technic as well. Catching himself on the reverse, not allowing himself to take that one into the corner instead and play something a little bit greedier. Kept it high percentage, kept Mama Lafos guessing. And they just look like they keep getting better and better. I'm not going to get, upset over a kickoff goal straight afterwards, because having that 4-goal cushion, seeing that reduced to 3, you're still looking solid for the 2 minutes and 5 seconds that are remaining in this game. there should be absolutely zero concerns. And whatever Lackstar was telling his team in between the first game and this one, it clearly has worked. Best coach, best player, exactly what Unity Esports need. Maybe not the best sharpshooter, however, as that one rattles off the crossbar.
Defunct on the ball. Lackstar getting bumped away. Nitro in the corner of Unity right now. Technic with a small touch. Lackstar up in the air. Defunct is up in the field. Going to jump up for it now as well. Little redirect on the backboard. Nitro able to pick it up. Banged it towards our side of the field though. And like Defunct, now the only one with boost, needs to put up some pressure towards Naldo. Getting reached. Try to get reached again by Nitro. Technic going almost through the ball there. And oh, what a challenge is that. As it is Swartz Naldo. Getting involved in this attacking play with a lovely 50, but after this ghost of a touch, we can't be too upset about it.
Yeah, it's a bit of a messy defense there. Of course, a few 50-50s, some stepping on toes as well on the goal line. It's one of those things that you do want cleared up by the end of these 60 seconds, because I feel like ending a game sets yourself so well for the beginning of the game thereafter. And if you allow Mamalafos to get too much of that momentum and it starts to carry on into that third game, you could find yourself having quite a tough time. So in this last 60, we've seen the 1 minute call here from the game. I just want to see Unity Esports just be able to calm themselves down a little bit, because they're going to regret it if that doesn't become the case heading into that next game. And speaking of, we might not have a next game to worry about. This one might have to have that extra bit of focus, because 46 seconds and a 1-goal difference, it's certainly possible here for Lafos. I've just seen Lackstar has had a few words during that goal replay. And well, things are starting to turn away from favour.
Yeah, I mean, we won't be seeing Tom Cruise on the screen, as this looked like a mission impossible for Mamalafos, but it's as if they've got Tom Cruise on their own side, as they are making the comeback happen and the pressure is building up out of nowhere. Lackstar now trying to play behind the ball, gets a 50. Technic needs to take his time. Good touch, gets demoed. The pressure is on Defunct right now. Short shot taken. Lackstar on the line. And oh my goodness. Unity hanging on by a thread. Still on that 1-goal lead. And now 1 goal could be the nail in the coffin. Defunct with a shot. Nitro clearing it away. Playing behind that is Booge. Swartz-Naldo now up into the air. Defunct and Technic went up for the jump. Lackstar, last man alive.
Hit the ground, please.
Needs to please hit the ground. Come on, Defunct with a shot out of nowhere. Swartz-Naldo.
Just slam it down.
Oh just my days, what are we doing, ladies and gents?
Goodness, why are they keeping it up?
Oh, and there
why
is...
are they keeping it up? Oh my goodness.
Finally, the ending signal that we've been waiting for. Oh my goodness.
Playing with fire in those later stages. Defunct, I love you. Never go for a shot in those positions again. Your goal just had to be the ground there. It had to be the ground. Almost gave away something silly. There was a 4-0 lead at some point, we must remember as well, Poggy. And at the end of it, we've ended up a little bit more stressed than we were halfway through the game. Momentum completely turning towards those later stages to Mamalafos. And, well, we thought we were going to be heading into Game 3 with a lot of confidence and a general gameplay advantage. I do not think that's going to be the case. It is just going to feel like a best of 3 straight out the gates there with no real previous memories beforehand.
We got a quick intermission as well. Time to just get a little bit of a breather. Lackstar not using this time to coach his team more to victory, as Bouge's game has unfortunately crashed. But a complete different Unity, especially in the first 2.5 minutes. What a half of a game that we played. And I mean, I think Lackstar hit it right on the money with the advice that he gave his team. And it looked like the old Unity that we've seen from the previous series. But again, also the old Unity that is giving up a lead like that. It's not good for the hearts, man. It's really not good for the hearts.
It really isn't. It really isn't. And it's you know, my doctor says I need to stop doing this because it isn't good for me. They tell me, you know, you can't be doing the Unity esports stream anymore. Every single you know, every single month you come back here with the same old complaints. I ask you what happened last week, and you're on the Unity Esports stream. Why did they do this to us? Why did they do it? They had a 4-0 lead. They were looking so good. If they play like they did in the first half of that game, they're unstoppable. Bring it back here, please, in this third game. Give me a bit more confidence, you know. I don't want to be hospitalized. I've got a big weekend planned.
Oh, Laxar, please, no! And this is already a start that we do not like to see, ladies and gents. I mean, it's an early goal. It's a kickoff goal. Boosh. I mean, maybe the game reset has worked everything out for him, as he's the one to put Mama Lafos on a 1-0 lead already. But, again, the game has just started. We've got all the time in the world to bring this back. And hopefully, Laxar's wise words are still going to reverberate through this second game as well, through this third game as well. Trying to get the second win, but Mama Lafos, as a phoenix reborn, rose out of the ashes. Thank you very much, Mr. Poggy. It is now 2-0 already after 20 seconds of playtime.
Listen, no fear. Absolutely zero fear coming from this booth. Plenty of time here left on the clock for Unity Esports to bring something back straight at them. Nitro dropped down. That's a beautiful pass to Defunct. Booge forced to make that save. A follow-up's coming. It's Technic. And that one leaving the crossbar, rattling multiple times. Up and down, up and down. Lafos do survive. They do keep that clean sheet for now. And this attack will get shut down quickly here by Defunct. Just wants to put it up high here for that player that looked like they positioned a bit too far forward here. Punishment doesn't quite come into play. Tristan does well to get that save. And now again, it is Unity Esports on the back foot. Infield pass is found. It's a big, big shot. But Technic avoids the bump, makes the save. There's more pressure from Nitro, but Defunct able to clear those lines. And it is a little bit of nervy Rocket League at the moment, as Lafos have been able to pile on the pressure, but the defense has been there to match in this attack.
Nitro still trying to get it up. Technic with the first possible chance of Unity escaping the grasp of the team of Mama Lafos. And they are still playing on Unity's half. Now, finally, it's Defunct breaking through. Technic with a touch, trying to get it on the backboard. Everyone's awkward. Laxar flying in. And what a save to keep Mama Lafos still on a clean sheet. Now, Unity needs to take time. Defunct does so successfully. Nitro on the ball, gets it. Oh, Defunct on the ball, gets it above Nitro. Here's what I was meant to say. Laxar now getting it on that left wall. Booge cutting in. And, ooh, Tristan almost getting on that ball as well. Technic now on the ball. Oh, a little bit of miscommunication there. It's not what we like to see. Almost halfway done, and Unity is still looking to find their opener.
Defunct. Big clearance forward. It will only find Nitro, and Lafos have had so much real estate in this orange half. Unity Esports haven't been able to escape for quite some time. We are entering that second half of this game. Lafos still holding on to that 2-0 lead, looking to get it halved as soon as that second half breaks. And well, we need to see some more fire underneath the players here of Unity. Big save here from Defunct, keeping that close to keep the possession. And that's exactly what Laxar has been getting them to do here. That one, unfortunately, doesn't come out well after being double-teamed by two Lafos players. It feels like back to square one in their own half, facing Lafos' oppression. And Unity Esports just digging for something here in this third game. One goal could make all the difference. It could lighten the match here for a Unity Esports comeback.
And this could be the moment. We finally got some pressure on Mama Lafos. Ball cleared up in the air. Defunct going to go in for the challenge. It leaves Laxar alone. This is going to be a shot. It hits the post. Booge almost making himself golden in this third match. And Laxar now on the counter-attack. Tristan cleared it into the middle. Defunct now with a bit of real estate on his hands. Technic needs to follow up on this quickly. He does. What a shot. But Tristan again getting his hands on the ball quickly enough before it goes into the net. Laxar now trying to get it into the middle. Technic is there as well. Defunct now with a shot and it hits the crossbar. Again, we are just not able to score in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Maybe it's Rocket League that is just fighting against us. But we still need to find that opener to even make a comeback happen.
Lackstar up again. Has to burn through all his boosts for that play. Now resources looking low here for Unity. Tristan, 2 touches coming off that corner. Lackstar will try and send that one down to Defunk. Can Nitro find the angle? No, he cannot. But still 40 seconds. Unity have to score now if they don't want to be conceding that match point. It's another big chance for Lafos to just
What a touch by
put the
Technic!
nail in a coffin. But hold on, something might open up. Does Lackstar get there first? Fake! Oh my goodness, that's ingenious.
That's the second
Nitro
one,
faked
yes!
up as well!
Come
Call
on!
as ice! Call as ice from the coach! And with 22 seconds, hope suddenly arises for Unity.
Oh my days, Lackstar keeping absolute straight faces all throughout those fakes. Absolute ice in the veins if we would do a doctoral exam right now as Lackstar gets Unity on the 1, but we still need the 2 Technic on it right now, leaving it a bit open. And I've got the hiccups. Oh my god, help me. Nitro on the ball. Is it going to drop? No, Lackstar is able to put it on the backboard. Boosh. Going to drop it down. Defunct up into the middle. Is there going to be Technic following it up with a shot? Oh my days.
Oh.
Almost making the comeback happen. But it is Mama Lafos running away with game 3.
And if we're being completely honest about the nature of that last game, it felt like it all happened in the last 30 seconds there for Unity Esports. The rest of it was all Lafos in our half. It was a very tough game to have to face there. But that last 30 seconds, you know, you'll have that little bit of recency bias heading into that 4th game where this team should get filled to the brim with just that bit of confidence. And we'll just have to see if that will play a factor here. If the way they exited game 3 will put them off to a great opening in the 4th. So far, the team that has finished a game better has won the following one every single time. Can Lafos break that to win this game 4, or Unity Esports keep this train on rolling? Defunct there in his own half. That one drops down to Tristan. That bump throws him off that initial play. Nitro will send it long. But Lackstar, so cool, calm and composed, controlled as well for that first ball. Lays it off to Technic. He'll have a go on his own. Defunct had a net in front of him. Lafos did well to block. And while early opportunities, you would say, have been in the favour of Unity after that one.
And I mean, talking about last game still as well, I still feel that we had more pressure as we almost got scored on. Oh my god, I completely lost train of thought. But it felt like we had more pressure in the final half. We just need to keep that momentum going as we left the bar reverberating so many times after a shot opportunity. It almost felt as if Epic Games was trying to rig us to get to game 5. But then we need to make it happen in this game as well. As the first minute, quite uneventful. Both teams had a bit of pressure, but still, one needs to break the ice, needs to get that first goal rolling, and this is going to be the caster curse, and it is not going in favour of Unity.
Get him out the booth. Get him out the booth. If Unity Esports lose this game, I know exactly who I will be blaming. Just kidding, of course. We've got to bring in some hope yet again. Chat, we need it. Give them all the hope here in this game 4. They're on their final life in this series. Of course, they do still guarantee themselves that Swiss stage regardless. But you want that favourable seeding. You want to say you're able to beat 2 out of 3 of Trocker and Illa. Technic behind. Looks to try and drop this one down, but Boosh gets that perfect touch for the clearance. Despite the low boost of a tank here, Unity Esports still want to press high, still want to keep that pressure going, want to be resourceful with whatever they've got going here in the tank. That little bit of time wasted has allowed Unity to pick up some of those mid boosts and keep themselves positioned highly. They haven't given away a counter-attack yet. They're going to have to work that little bit harder on this blue side. Unity can't break through on that play, but the second one flies in here from Lackstar, and Lafos starting to feel a bit of pressure themselves.
Lafos still able to deal with it. Nitro, solid touch. Defunct needs to keep it going as Mamalafos is now playing a little bit like a tennis player, trying to smash that ball forwards as hard as they can, keeping it in the play, but not any position being taken. Bouge now finally able to keep calm, keep collected to do so, but it is still Unity ramping up the pressure. Defunct with a shot to the middle. Swanson is not going to be able to reach it, and it's in. Ladies and gentlemen, Unity Esports back on track.
And I tell you what, the players look just as shocked as I was. Tristan and Bouge were options to clear that one out, but they just did not expect that shot to be flying towards the net here. It was such an awkward angle for the Unity Esports player to find. But in these kind of moments, when you need to be a hero, you need to step up the play. You need moments like that. Lagstar high to Defunct. And now you've got to make the most of that second life. You've given yourself Technic with the save. And play will continue at this deadlock.
Lagstar up in the air, faking. Tristan alone. Got the save, and here is Defunct overcommitting on that ball. Too high up on the field, and then Nitro says, thank you very much. I'll take that all the way home to your own base, and this is an open net that we cannot afford in this stage of the match, but also not in the series, as the scoreline is looking a lot like our series scoreline. It is 2-1, both in the game and the series, but it is still not not in favour of the Unity team, and this is where we need to start shining. The last minute almost breaking down as we have hit double digits. Technic clears it onto the back wall. Nitro faking, Defunct faking, everyone faking. Tristan out, needs to play it into the middle, also faking down to Booze, but this might be able to, oh my days, almost erupted itself into a present. But again, Unity still hanging on by a thread, as we are starting to build up some pressure again.
Technic wants to find Defunct, but that one just a bit too high forward instead. He will resort to give himself a little bit of a run-up for that one attack. Technic wants to hold on to these 50-50s. Unity Esports in dire need of a goal with 30 seconds left, and they cannot afford to concede. Defunct does well to hold this one out, but still counts just seem low in the most important moments. Defunct off the ceiling. Bouge sends it long yet again. And this is just going to be how Lafos play from now on. Big booms forward, just getting it out of their half. Maybe in certain moments, they'll just try and hold it tight for 50-50s. But I feel like, no, that's not a goal. I was about to say the third goal was going to be game over. They didn't find it. So instead, Technic on the counter. Bouge with the save. Lagstar so composed to keep that one high off the wall, but it hits ground, and Unity Esports defeat in 4. But what's really important here, Poggy, is that we still qualify through uppers into the lower stages of the Swiss.
I mean, it's always unfortunate to see a day end on a loss, but the boys really can't beat themselves up too much about it, as we still have made it all the way to day 2, as the Swiss stages are our next obstacle that we need to face. We could have done better today, of course, but in the end, we can give our boys from Unity a pat on the back for making it all the way to day 2. And honestly, it's still been very, very lovely to see that these boys have been thriving, at least for 2 games, and Mama Lafos getting the better of us this time, but we can still bring it back tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely. We mustn't forget as well, we have had a 6-0 day before that final seeding series. And in that seeding series, that was against a team that was consistently making top 16s. If you look at 2 out of 3 of them, formerly of Trucker and Illa, like I said before. And to come out of that thinking we could have won, and we should have won, is a positive. This is a good thing for Unity to build off of. And well, we've got Lackstar on the pitch who's been playing like an absolute monster. He's going to have some words about how that last series went, and the fact that they can have that opportunity to play against Chocoranilla actually in the RLCS, not any scrims. This is all completely serious. Those VODs alone, those replays are such a high resource for us to go into day 2 with, and hopefully progress into day 3 with even.
The possibilities are endless, and in the end, Chocoranilla have proven themselves to place themselves in top 8, top 16, and if we were this close today with this 3-1 scoreline, where definitely more potential was up, I have only positive things to look forward to tomorrow, and indeed in a possible day 3. But Pegasus, it's been a short one, man. It's been a really short one. This is already indicating the end of this stream, where 3 games were the amount that we can see today, and I'm gonna give the culprit of today some attention, as I'm just gonna pick this up. This
There
little bugger
is.
right there is the culprit of how we were not able to be.
I love that guy.
You love him. He pulled out my internet cable, man. He was playing with them.
I know. Stream went down, and we may have
out of jail, but we can't buy freedom. We'll buy a lot of clothes, but we don't really need them. Things we buy to cover up what's inside. Cause they made us hate ourselves and love they wealth. That's why shorty's hollering where the ballers at. Drug dealer by Jordan, crack kid by crack. And the white man get paid off for all of that. But I ain't even gon' act totally other than that. Cause fuck it, I went to Jacob with 25 down before I had a house, and I do it again. Cause I wanna be on 106 and Park pushing the bands. I wanna act ballerific like it's all terrific. I got a couple past due bills, I won't get specific. I got a problem with spending before I get it. We all self-conscious, I'm just the first to admit it. Yeah, come on, come on. And when it falls down, who you gon' call now? Come on, come on. And when it all falls down, Southside, Southside, we gon' set this party off right. West side, we gon' set this party off right. Shot-town, Shot-town, we gon' show them how we get down. Now Selena, you just like the safe belt, you saved my life. Come on.
It all falls down. I'm telling you, it all falls down.
I just can't keep working like this. This grave ship is like a slave ship.
Hey, I thought it was all over.
What's up, Dochi?
Hey, girl.
You know, it's been a little minute since you and I have had a chat.
How's it really?
Probably since, like, your last EP, All the Places You'll Go.
Oh, wow. It's been a minute. Yeah.
I've been getting some calls.
Oh.
People are a little bit worried about you.
Not worried.
And I know that I was kind of that outlet for you, so
You were.
why don't you just tell me what's been going on?
Okay. Remember old dude from 2019? Nice, clean nigga did me dirtier than laundry. Took a scroll through his IG just to get a DM from his wifey. I was so confused, what should Dochi do? She didn't know about me and I didn't know about Sue. I opened up the messages and had to hit the Zoom. Turns out the girl was really a dude. Nigga think he slick back till I slip back. Got my lick back, turned a nigga to a knick-knack. I moved on, dropped a couple of songs, and then I went and got signed. Now it's 2021.
Okay, I just feel like this is the perfect opportunity for us to just take a second and kind of unpack what's happened to you. You know, this guy cheated on you and...
Fuck it. Platinum record this, Bible record that. I'm making so much money, I'm all over the net. I'm moving so fast, no time to process. And no, I'm not in a gang, but I'm always on set. Wristwatch, drip drop, label want the TikToks. Now I'm making TikTok music, what the fuck? I need a cleanse, need a detox, but we ain't got time to stop. The charts need us. Fast forward me, 2023. I'm stacking lots of cheese and making money. My grass is really green and honestly, I can't even fucking cap no more. This is a really dark time for me. I'm going through a lot.
By a lot, you mean drugs?
I wouldn't.
Drugs?
No, it's a natural plant.
No, I'm not judging.
I'm not an addict.
I'm just saying.
I don't
You
think.
want to talk about it?
I mean, fuck. I like pills. I like drugs. I like getting money. I like strippers. I like to fuck. I like day drinking and day parties in Hollywood. I like doing Hollywood shit. Snorted probably would. What can I say? The shit works. It feels good. And my self-worth's at an all-time low. And just when it couldn't get worse, my ex crashed my place and destroyed all I owned. Whoopsie, made a oopsie. 100